We are not even at year one in the administration of Biden and Harris. And already there have been stories in the Los Angeles Times, in Politico, numerous stories in Politico. Now this CNN story over the weekend, how there's this massive dysfunction and how the White House is tired of Vice President Harris and her staff was not trusting of the White House. Here's what should be happening. Ron Klain, who is the chief of staff to President Biden, needs to squash this. This is where the chief of staff calls his folks together and say, cut the bullshit. The last thing that needs to be happening right now are all of these stories that are circulating that are attacking the vice president. You see the poll numbers, 28%, that people are saying, oh my God, lowest ever. And now you see the Washington Post, they're touting Pete Buttigieg. You're talking about a cabinet member who is far down the totem pole, and folks are saying, oh, maybe they should replace Harris with him in 2024. If the people who are in the White House and the people who used to work for Kamala Harris can't shut their damn mouths, well, then you know what? Y'all are going to make it real easy for Republicans to win in 2024. And for every single person who's in the White House who keeps talking about, oh, what's going to happen in 2024, you need to be focusing on 2022 before you start focusing on 2024. And I said this here, and then you had this idiot Glenn Greenwald, who pretty much is nothing but, if you want to see him talking, all you got to do is just watch Tucker Carlson with his nonsense. He actually took exception to a tweet that I sent out today. His exception was that if you want to see what's happening with the Democratic Party. So what happened was Michael Harriot actually had tweeted something out saying that you're going to see potentially the Democrats trying to replace Harris with Buttigieg, and I actually responded to that particular tweet. Let me find it right now because I just want to show you what's going on here. And see, you need to understand what's happening here. If people did not somehow see Vice President Harris as a threat, you would not have the constant attacks on her. And that's exactly what you're seeing. It's constant, one after the other, one after the other. They're portraying her as being a doofus, somebody who's clueless, someone who doesn't know what's going on, all of that, okay? So, those are the things that you are seeing that actually takes place. And the reason this really is important is because clearly there are people who are afraid of her for some reason. Remember all the attacks that took place when she was running for office? Remember how it was the troll farms that were specifically castigating her, tearing her apart, ripping her to shreds? Y'all do remember that taking place. So now all of a sudden you have more of this. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, she's not up for the job. And then the one that really keeps, just got me just hilarious, got me laughing is, oh my goodness, she's disappeared. How has she disappeared when she's literally been involved in numerous meetings? President Biden has talked about the role that she played in the Build Back Better plan dealing with Congress. She just got back from France, a very successful trip. Here's a tweet right here. So Michael Harriot had tweeted, they finna leapfrog Pete Buttigieg over Kamala Harris. Watch. I responded, if the Democrats want to see a black female revolt, go ahead and try this. You're guaranteed to lose. So this idiot Glenn Greenwald goes, Democratic Party politics in 2 tweets. Well, actually, it's right, Glenn. Because, see, I'm telling y'all right now, and this is for all the folks in the White House and the folks who used to work for Vice President Harris who keep running their mouths. The last group y'all want to piss off are black women. There is no group that is more aligned with the Democratic Party than black women. Nobody. Not black men, not white women, not white men, not Latino men, not Latino women, not Asian men, women, Native Americans, folks who are Jews, Christians. I mean, I can go down every single group. There is no group that's more in line with the Democratic Party than black women. But if y'all try to sabotage the first black female vice president, that's not going to bode well for sisters. Now, you got people out there who say, oh, well, black folks don't really like Kamala Harris. People hate Kamala Harris. All right, go ahead and mess around and see what happens. Because your margin for error right now ain't that great. And I'm telling you right now, play this game and you're going to wake up and see what happens. Because see, here's the deal. It don't take 30% of black women for you to lose walking away. It don't take 20. It doesn't take 10. It doesn't take 5. If the Democrats lose just 3% of black women by trying to screw with Vice President Harris, y'all DOA. So go ahead and play the game if you want to. Melanie, I want to bring you in because, again, as somebody that's been around politics, you see these stories. Of course, you're the convener of the Black Women's Roundtable. And it's like every 2 months, it's another story. Dysfunction. Oh, my goodness. She's lost. She's disappearing. We don't know what's going on. I follow the White House Twitter feed. I follow hers. I see photos. I see videos. I see all sorts of things. I see action she's taking. But here's the other deal. It ain't like I saw Joe Biden all over the place when he was Obama's vice president for 8 years. Hell, I can't even remember how many times Obama would have Biden standing at his side when he gave speeches or even speaking before him. I've seen more of that under Biden with Harris than I saw with Obama and Biden. What do you take of these constant attacks trying to portray Vice President Harris as being utterly clueless?
Roland, I'm going to say everything you said in these last few minutes, ditto, ditto, ditto. Now, when it comes to how some in the media are attacking her, that's one of the reasons I was one of the people I was with today was Joe Taker Edie with Win with Black Women. That's why we got together around Win with Black Women when they were attacking all, not just now Vice President Harris, but all the Black women who were up for consideration for Vice President just last year, right? So and understanding how women are attacked, but trust and believe, Black women are paying attention and are going to push back. And we got to push back in a systemic way as well, Roland, because at the end of the day, we have to go have conversations with some of these media folks, conglomerates, what is going on really with these attacks. Now, at the end of the day, we can support and challenge at the same time. We want this administration to do more. That's why we're out here continuing to fight for voting rights. We're continuously fighting for Build Back Better and other policy priorities, and we will continue to do that. But also, we know when the game is not even the word fair is strong enough, but when there is an attack, the attack on her in the way that it's going, it's an attack on Black women. It's an attack on us owning our power. And so I tell sisters, what they're doing with us, trying to do to Vice President Harris is an attack on Black women asserting our power, not just for ourselves, but for our communities. So it's also up to us to push back on what we're seeing with some of the things that are going on with the media. The attacks, the words, words matter, right? And you hear enough. Remember what they did to Hillary Clinton over time. And so people look up and they don't even, and then our own people will be the ones parroting some of this stuff and not being able to understand that they're being manipulated.
And I'm glad you brought up the Hillary Clinton point, because I need people to understand when a media narrative gets established and it gets set in stone, it is very hard to shake loose of that. That dogged Hillary Clinton in both of her presidential runs, when she was U.S. Senator, when she was Secretary of State, and was always there. And there seems to be a very clear game plan here. Again, here we are, we're 10 months in, And already we've seen 4 or 5 major stories. She comes off of this huge trip to France. And then folks like, oh, it barely caused a ripple. Well, here's the question, mainstream media. Did you cover it? Did you cover it? So don't say, well, it barely caused a ripple if you didn't even cover it.
Roland, I tell you, and we all have to fight back against this narrative. I as a Black woman, and you said it, I've been in this a long time, and I've seen it. And what's going on with her is an attack on making sure that she or any other Black woman or any other woman of color or any other woman thinks that they can be in position of power. She's one sneeze away from being the president of the United States. And the attacks that I saw, I think it was CNN, one of them, yesterday, it was really appalling. Even some of the commentary was off the mark. And again, unfair is not even the word. It is a systemic attack, and we have to push back on that. At the same time, this is one president at a time. She's not the president of the United States. She is the vice president of the United States. So she is also there as a partner on this administration. And so whether her numbers are a little bit lower than his, now they're all low right now because they've got to get more done. That's just the reality. And so.
Well, absolutely. And so again, I just want our viewers and listeners to understand what is at play here. These stories are being dropped for a reason. And again, this is where the White House, damn the tweets sent out last night affirming their support. No, this is where the White House chief of staff calls the staff together and say, shut the hell up, focus on the work. You do not form a circular firing squad against our own. And that's what Ron Klain needs to do.
Yeah, and they have to do what they need to do on the inside, and we have to also put the pressure from the outside.
Yep, Melanie Campbell, we sure appreciate it. Thanks a lot. All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
It's time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A Black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Like, wow, Roland was amazing on there.
Stay Black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?